The Works Ministry employees claiming they were pelted with stones. And the residents of Barrackpore threatened to keep up protests until work begins on building a new road. And according to Minister Rohan Sinanan, who's the Minister of Works and Transport, said they are free to do what they like within the law. But one of the protesting residents, Mr. Naz Mohammed, said former Prime Minister Dr. Eric Williams was still alive the last time Rees Road was repaired. Well, joining us right here on The Observer is community activist Mr. Naz Mohammed. A special good evening, sir. Welcome.
Good evening, Mikee K and to your listener.
Yes, indeed. I mean, there was a lot of activity taking place. I mean, stones were pelting. People were saying, listen, enough is enough. Old tires, tree branches, and other items across Rees Road, that's GP Road and St. Croix Road, set afire. And I mean, the activity was just so much. The police came out and what have you. Give us an idea of the challenges you've been having. I don't think this happened overnight. Go ahead.
Well, most of the stuff you just said is true, except the pelting of stones. I don't know where the Honorable Minister get that information from. The police were there in their numbers, so he can get reports from them. I don't know where he get the information from. Only on Monday night, the Honorable Prime Minister in his meeting to be able to speak about the politicians that tell lies, and I don't know if he fall in that bracket. But away from him, the roads in Barrackpore, most of the roads in Barrackpore has been neglected for quite a number of years. Most of the roads are deplorable. Some are even impassable. You know, the cost of maintenance and repairs to vehicles is tremendous. Also in Rees Road, is about the worst road in Trinidad and Tobago. You have three schools in the vicinity. On one side you have the Barrackpore Village School, on the other side you have the Barrackpore Astia Primary School, and you have the Astia Girls College. You have mosques, you have temples, you have church where people traverse every day on a daily basis.
Yeah, but one of the things that the minister is saying is that when it is employees came to the community to begin patching the road, the residents chased them away.
Well, it's not patching. They bring some 2x4 muddy boulder, right, to patch the road yesterday, which was not accepted because those same material would not be used in Port of Spain and San Fernando and some of the boroughs or the rest of the corporation. So they take it to a different location. They bring some other material today that was accepted, right? They bring some smaller, cleaner material that was accepted. Barrackpore residents is no different from nobody else in the country. We contribute to the national treasury on a daily basis through oil. We contributed in the past through sugarcane. So we shouldn't be treated differently than anybody else. You see, Minister Sinanan should also clear the air. When his junior minister made a statement 2 weeks ago when he was in China that the road work will start on the 12th. When the 12th came last week morning, nothing happened. So on the 20th year, which was yesterday, the residents end up reacting again because of false promises. And what we are saying, there was no communication. If you cannot start on the 12th because of certain reason, things were not put in place, come back and tell the residents, okay, we can't start in the 12th, but we'll start on month 10, we'll start the first week in July. We are a peaceful community with people with understanding. But when you are frustrated with the plural roads, everything else, and you get the good news that you are starting on the 12th and you are so happy and overjoyed, and then the 12th come, until the 20th come, and nothing happening, obviously, the people will get more frustrated.
But give us an idea, Mr. Mohammed, how the people are affected in this. I mean, we're hearing that even if an ambulance was to come into the area, any assistance that people may get as far as business, you know, the mini-mart and so forth, all of these businesses seem as though they've been cut off from what is taking place. But give us an idea, because this is a collective thing by the community that's saying, listen, enough is enough. We don't want patching. We want good quality paving of the roads.
Of course, businesses has been affected. If, as you try to say, if an ambulance has to come in, last week Thursday we had a police community meeting, and you hear the senior superintendent from San Fernando, Mr. Richard Smith, is saying that when we ask for vehicles, he said the roads are mashing up the police vehicles. So they take longer to respond to home invasions and crime, the rest of crimes and everything else.
Yeah, this has definitely been going on for quite some time. Like we said, it didn't happen overnight. And
no, it didn't happen overnight. Government come and go is the same story.
Who's the MP for the area?
The MP for the area is Mr. Rodney Charles.
And you've been in communications with Mr. Charles?
Of course, Rodney Charles was there 2 weeks ago when the first had a protest Tuesday.
And let me ask you this, because this seems to be a term that is being bandied about now, and people are, saying that this is happening to them. Do you believe there's any sort of geographical discrimination taking place?
Well, the length of time this road has been deplorable and not fixed. It could be different things. I don't want to say geographical. I don't want to say it's race. I don't want to say it's religion. I don't want to say it because government come and go for the last 2 decades has us in the same position.
Understood that. Understood quite well. And this, it's not going to let up. I mean, but what I'm reading is that the community has decided that they're going to go the distance when dealing with this matter.
Well, I was told by Ministry of Works official yesterday that everything's in place. They did the measurements, they did estimates, did everything and sent it up to head office for final approval. Although we are hearing this since January, but at this point in time, we are hearing that the road should start soon. Our next promise, but we are willing to keep up the protest until we see the Baba Green machine, until we start to smell the asphalt.
Yeah, very, very, and you're right, it's a very quiet area, very good people, nice people, some of the most nicest people you meet in Trinidad and Tobago, and I can tell you that their intentions was never to come out and do this, but I guess enough is enough, and it really makes you wonder, why are we still seeing this taking place when we're hearing things as far as local government reform and dealing with infrastructure, that people still have to come out and stand up to make sure that they get the service that they deserve for the community. And what are people saying as far as the upcoming local government elections?
Well, the upcoming local government election, I mean, the area where the protests are taking place, our area is, the 5th Company District, which was represented by 3 terms by Rafi Mohammed. It's a dominant UNC area, but, normal stuff, you'll be starved for funds, this, that, and the next, and everything else. But what we are saying, election or not, we deserve better. Our community contributes to the national treasury. As I said before, years gone by, we had sugarcane. We produce about 30 to 40% of all the sugarcanes in Trinidad. Yeah. We have oil. At one time recently, there was a well in Jai Paulson Road, well number 501, that was producing the most oil on land. Where is the revenue from all those oil producing wells in and around Barrackport? Just give us a percentage of the contribution to the national treasury. Just give us back a percentage.
Understood. Any closing comments? Go right ahead.
No, well, obviously, as concerned citizens, as peaceful citizens, we would like to get the road fixed because our children have to go to school, people have to go to place of worship, ambulances are coming to pick up the sick. Right now the community is in mourning because the young man who was in the explosion with Massey Energy is from the middle of the protest. So people could walk, villagers have to walk to go to the wake and things like that. And there's pools of water in the road.
Yeah. Mr. Mohammed, all the best to you, and again, good luck to you and your team. And really and truly, it really pains us to see that, just to get basic things done, it has to escalate in such a manner. All the best to you and your team, and thank you so much for taking time out talking with us this evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity.